Hi everyone, this is LAR Games, and today I'm watching episode 23 of Zoids. This one is titled The Dragon Awakens. The Berserk Fury enters the fray. So, whatever the dragon was last episode, apparently it's going to activate this episode. Yeah, let's just see what happens. Alright, there was this kid with a lady who is probably not his mom. I'm thinking like she's like a servant or something. Maybe like his handler. It's very casual about just flying a Zoid very close to the ground like that. That's a very cool looking thing. It doesn't look like a dragon. Still looks like a dinosaur. It looks like it's probably the coolest Zoid that we've seen so far, to be honest. It does seem like it would fit Lena the most, considering her Zoid is like similar. It just doesn't have all that equipment on it. This guy doesn't have eyes. Yeah, I assumed that he was something like that, a prodigy of some sort. Well, she is not suspicious at all. I totally trust her. I'm sure, if you're someone talking to her right then you say something and she suddenly goes, you wouldn't be suspicious either. He kind of used to be. This is the first time that they've kind of like called back to the fact that Bit used to do this kind of work. Yeah. Uh, uh, um, isn't that stealing? I mean, then again, I don't know if this belonged to Bit. Yeah, alright. Wow, this guy's a scumbag. So, Bit's hard work was taken advantage of, essentially. That's I wouldn't call that being one step ahead. I would just call it being a jerk. Was there any sort of like thing that he signed that basically said everything you own belongs to me now? He's right, you know. And he really should. I kind of feel like if Bit had chosen literally any other team, he would have been way better off. Seems convention centers have not changed at all, even in the future, and on another planet. Seems their video game technology leaves a lot to be desired, though. Oh, this guy's back. You gotta pay to play this? It seems like a bit of unexpected slice of life that I wasn't expecting considering the title. Though it is welcome considering I really do want to see more of like the actual society of this world. Also, something just happened. Hold on. Oh wait, there we go. That was weird, but um, something happened with my hard drive, I think, or at least a connection to my server, so it stopped reading for some reason. But let's continue. Yes, because that's the only important thing. You're able to just interject. I don't know why a real warrior would be better at a video game than someone who plays video games like a kid. Of course, the kid is also a real warrior, so that none of that matters. By the way, I played a VR game once with that kind of like aesthetic, and it's pretty interesting. I forgot what it was about though. Like just being in that environment was interesting. Of course, this isn't VR. They're just looking at screens. It's funny to see such a like edgy kind of character be upset over something like this. That looks so much like a skull. I like how they're just hanging out now. Okay, well, what a coincidence. Hmm. Okay, so there's multiple ones then. I like how everyone's able to just like modify ancient technology so easily. Why not both? I wonder if she actually is his mom. Because she definitely acts like it. I did want to mention earlier that it's pretty nice seeing even more like locations and environments than we see the majority of the time, like the convention center and the part like the repair shop. That was pretty fun. I like the design of that place, even though it was like very sparse. It had interesting lighting. I still don't understand how they're able to slide out of that. Like they're not on rails or anything. So what's? I feel like they'd bump on the like floor because it's so uneven. Also, man, there's just so much like I think like the past 2 minutes have been nothing just like except already basically reused footage. It's just pure reused footage. I wonder what happened if he didn't say "Go Jaeger." Would it just stay? Yeah, what a coincidence. I would have liked to see more of Bit like actually trying to improve, but they kind of just focus mostly on battle to battle to battle, not really giving any actual like they don't really fill anything in between each battle. Like earlier with Bit kind of collecting all of those parts. Like I didn't even know he was still doing that. I thought he'd left that kind of like I thought like he stopped doing that because he was making enough money off like battles, but like hmm. Black and red is always a pretty great combo. Can you? Oh, yeah, yeah. So I guess it's gonna go similarly, where he's gonna beat both of them. That was easy. Oh, there goes Jack's harem. He's enjoying himself. Um, okay. I don't know what he was counting for. Was he just predicting how long till he attacked, or it helps when you're going in slow motion. Well, that's just dumb. Yeah, that's kind of how I expected it to go. Oh no, it happened again. What the heck? Hold on. Okay, this is becoming a bit problematic. Uh, but I guess that's what I get for using a bunch of little cables and patching them together instead of using a long one because I can't buy one. All right, let's continue. Will he actually be able to do anything significant before losing? So I wonder what. I guess it was just a complete loss, and he let him win. But like, uh, why would you need armor to be able to shoot a laser? So it seems like the kind of story progression so far in this has been like they begin as unbeatable, and then they start losing more and more until eventually they'll make a comeback, I guess. Well, there's another new enemy now. Um, hmm. I do really like the design of the kid's Zoid. And judging by, how it's been used, I don't think it's going to go to Lena, so she's just going to stick with her, like, regular, old, non super rare Zoid. Um, in terms of, like, the people that I like the most on on the Blitz team, I think the number one would be maybe the teenage guy. I forgot his name, who pilots the flying one. I think he's my favorite. And then there's Bit, and then there's Lena, who I don't particularly like too much, and then there's Brad, who I actually just don't like at all. So out of everyone, I would have preferred maybe like Lena to get the Zoid, considering she's actually battling most of the time, and also I don't dislike her as much as Brad. So having her be the only one without one is kind of upsetting, considering Brad is the one that does. Um, it really does feel to me like maybe I mean I mentioned this before, but like if Bit had joined a different team that wasn't the Blitz team, I don't know. I feel like maybe he would have both made more progress as a person who pilots a Zoid, and also there would have been a lot more interesting character interactions with whatever the other team was, because Lena is not the most agreeable person, and neither is Brad. He's like just not interesting whatsoever. Um, so if probably going to expand on this more when I finish the series, but the thing that bugs me the most about this series is not really like how this story is structured too much. It's like I could completely forgive like a kind of like mess story if the character interactions are enjoyable, but the character interactions in this series are not fun whatsoever. They're not when characters interact with each other, there's usually nothing fun about it. Nothing that makes you want to see more. There has been times that I thought, oh, I actually really like that interaction, but it's very rare. Like the one I could think of the most is like the times when Bit and Lena are kind of arguing, but like it never goes past that. So like it's not like they're gonna argue and then something's gonna happen eventually. Like it's not a progression of their relationship in any way. So it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere, even though that those little bits like it gives you kind of hope that it might go somewhere at some point. I don't think it's ever going to because it's already episode 23 and they're still exactly the same point that they were in the beginning of the series, which I have no idea how much time, like chronologically, it has been since the first episode. So if they've been working together for that long and they've still kind of just have the same sort of relationship they had when they started, I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Even after all of these experiences that they went through together. In terms of there being a new antagonist, I'll call him. I don't think that I was really asking for another one, but they decided to give us another rival anyway. And I use the term rival kind of loosely. I'm just saying like antagonist in terms of somebody going up against them, but it's an individual instead of another organization. But they still have there's too much. in terms of people going against them at this point. No, I think I'm pretty sure by the end that most of the things in the series won't be resolved. At least like things between characters, and I'm still like at the back of my mind this entire time, I've just been thinking like, what was the point of setting up that one episode with Bit and that lady from the Backdraft group who like quit? Like I thought it was gonna set up something, but then it just threw it away at the end, like just like how he threw away the actual bracelet, picking it up for some reason in the beginning of the episode when that never became relevant. Like I don't get that. What was the point of that? I would have expected something if he actually kept it, but then he like threw it away at the end. So I'm that's something that like I feel like it was wasted. Um, I don't know if I can say that I enjoyed the situation this episode with there just being a genius kid that beats everyone. I kind of feel like this type of character, if a confrontation ever goes how I think it might, it'll just result in maybe like the kid deciding, you know what, there are some fun things in life after all. I'm gonna go do something else. Or maybe it could go the route where it's like, oh, you actually became better. This is interesting for me now. I'm gonna put more into it. Or it could go another way where like Bit actually improves a lot and actually defeats him, and then he gains the respect of the kid, and the kid just realizes that, you know, there's always somebody better than you, no matter how much you think you're the best. But that's a lesson that Bit eventually learned at some point as well. Though still we haven't really seen any progression with him. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the episode and kind of somewhat on the entire series so far. I've been enjoying the designs of the Zoids and the idea of just like the entire premise, but the character interactions are what usually make me enjoy a series more. I don't know why I'm really talking about this now, considering there's still some episodes left, but I'll expand on it more hopefully by the end. Um, Regarding just this episode, I thought it was meh because I didn't feel like having a new kind of unbeatable seeming opponent benefited anything very much. But yeah, hope you enjoyed my reaction to this episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.